Welcome, this is Diane, and I remember in one of my classrooms I was an English teacher for adult immigrants for about 5 years, and I was having a conversation around Mother's Day and was asking some of my students about their mothers, and a thing which I won't do in the future if I ever get the opportunity again, but that's another story. And I found out that I had a gold medalist in my class from China, and she told me that she was a high diving, that was what her gold medal was in, and that she did not remember her mother because she was taken from her home so that she could be a gold medalist. She was literally taken from her home and put in a camp, and that was all she did until, you know, the country got what they wanted from her, which was a gold medal, and then she was able to go on and live her life, which was, you know, how old was she then? But she never remembered her mother. And I had this mix of emotions about, wow, I have a gold medalist, and on the other hand, she didn't have her family. And I was so thankful that in my country, in America, that we have the freedom to choose. And if we want to be a gold medalist, it's because our heart is in it, and because our passion is there, and our own personal levels of discipline is what drives us to do it, not because our government forces us or makes us. And I did get a special request to do this video. What is there to be optimistic about in America, in spite of all the things that do befall us? America is still the best thing going. Why do you think everybody wants to come here? And I watched immigrant after immigrant after immigrant come into my classroom and tell their tales of sacrifice to come to America and come and live their dream and have opportunity that they just don't have in their country. And I was so thankful. I was so thankful that for some reason I was actually born in this country, and my love of my country has never been stronger, even though our country is not in perfect condition, but that everything is going as it's planned. To understand that our country was founded under God, that this is a choice nation, and some people don't understand what that does to a country to know that we have the protection of God watching over us. And some people don't even believe it, but our founding fathers believed it, and our ancestors believed it, and our presidents believed it, and they prayed and they had guidance from God. And there is a famous painting of George Washington praying, and I just went to Disneyland and watched the whole Lincoln thing, and he implored God on behalf of all the citizens, regardless of their color, that they might have all the liberties brought to them because they are human. And there's some wonderful, wonderful places in our government that include beautiful prayers from Thomas Jefferson, from some of our founding fathers, and I will definitely include a link because they are worth watching. It is emblazoned upon our money, "In God we trust." It is in our Pledge of Allegiance, "One nation under God." And to understand that we do believe in God collectively. Maybe there are some individuals who don't believe in God, but as I look around and see that all things denote that there is a God. I held babies this week, and what miracles they were, how beautiful they were, and what gorgeous weather we had, and how wonderful it was. And I also got to watch the We Are the World premiere, and watch a whole room full of egos being checked at the door while they came to sing and to perform, to raise money for our fellow human beings in Haiti. And how beautiful that was, that we could do that in America, that we had the means, we had the desire, and we had the tools to make it happen. I love America that way, and when there's a great enough purpose people band together in their united humanity. It's so awesome. The Olympics also bring a swell of patriotism regardless of what country that you are from. And for me, it happens to be America. I love this country. I love that people stand up and know that their voice will be heard. I love that there was an upset in a voting, a recent vote that completely upset the whole Kennedy seat, to send a message that we are here and you are our servants. You are not a king. You are our servant. This is for the people, by the people, and of the people. And people are becoming increasingly aware about what role government plays in their lives. And it's fascinating to me that there can be so diametrically opposed such amazing views when you think about, why would you want to have your freedoms taken away? It doesn't make any sense to me. Being an American woman, I have always enjoyed the freedom to choose, and I am going to be giving a special address about choosing, and when we choose the right and what kind of consequences come from doing that. But that's the American dream. I mean, people come here from all over, and some do it legally and some do it illegally, and it seems that so many people really appreciate being here. And so for those people who live here and they don't appreciate it, let this serve as a wake-up call to say, you've been afforded so many blessings. What are you doing to help make this nation a better place? What are you doing to help your neighbors? What are you doing to help your mankind? And if anything, understanding that we are watched over by a God should allow us to tap into the divinity that we can through a regular, heartfelt prayer to our Creator, and to be filled with gratitude to, have His protection over us. And I had a student, one of my students, who was from Ethiopia, Belay Lemma. I hope you ever watched this. And I was in the middle of a lecture, and I needed about 15 more copies. And I said, oh, I need 15 more copies. Will one of you go make some copies? And he jumped up, yes, teacher. And I gave him, my original. And he kind of stared at me like, what's a copy? So I said, do you know how to make copies? And he said, no, teacher. I said, well, excuse me, class, I'm going to go make some copies. So I took him with me, and we lifted up the lid of the Xerox, and then, we put down the original and punched in the number 15, and I had him do it while I watched, and then, we pushed the go button, and then a Xerox came out, the first one, and he went, oh, and he picked it up and he kissed it. Oh, thank you, God. And I said, what did you just say? And he said, oh, we thank God for everything, for every blessing. And I thought, I never considered a Xerox paper a blessing before, but how he taught me to be grateful for everything that we enjoy, even a Xerox piece of paper. And later, I was doing a thing where they could write to me in a computer, and then I would make corrections and then send them back so that they could get experience on a computer. And he never could write, God bless you. He always wrote, God bells you. And no matter how many times I corrected it, that's how it always came out. God bells you. God bells you. And so now I can't help but say that now. Oh, God bells you. But anyway, how wonderful it is to, be a part of American history as it's unfolding even today, and to give gratitude to my forefathers and to the forefathers of this nation. I absolutely love being an American, and there is much to be optimistic about. And I hope that you do feel my sincerity and my love for my country. And I went to Disneyland recently, and Disney, I could do a whole thing about how that is the American dream right there. And they do a beautiful flag retreat ceremony every day at 4:30. I wanted to film that so you could see it, and I will get down there to do that, but I can't squeeze that in on this video. Every day that I had to go film it was just pouring rain. And today, of course, it's beautiful and I couldn't get down there, but they sing a beautiful, you know, God Bless America, and it's so fabulous. In the new re-release Lincoln thing, he talks about the prayers that he said on behalf of God to make sure that his fellow man would be free as he was dealing with the Civil War. And it's absolutely so, it's so heartfelt to understand that the leaders of our nation have always relied on the faith in their Creator to help lead this nation, this free nation, because freedom is not free. And that's why we have so many people fighting for our freedoms today. That here I am, a woman, and I can, you know, say my piece. I can, you know, I can wear makeup, I can talk, I can be heard, I can share my ideas, and I have freedom of press and freedom of speech and freedom of religion. I'm so thankful for those things. And I'm going to include some more thoughts that some people have shared with me of what they felt there was to be optimistic about in America. And I do thank you for your input, and I thank you for watching, and I'm so grateful to be an American, and I absolutely love my association with all my fellow human beings on this planet, regardless of what country you're from. We all are the same from a distance. I'm Diane, one of 5 awesome optimists.